Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card, and I'm going to call it a Bendi Suspended Book fold card. Now this was originally going to be exactly like the one that Mixed Up Crafts, Sound Like Mixed Up Crafts did last, when would it be? It was yesterday for me filming this now, on Wednesday last week, or this week. But yeah, for some reason, obviously we both had the identical thought process from the Bendi cards that she'd done and I'd done. We both had the same thought process, and she obviously did that one that was sort of like that, obviously without these bits, and that's exactly the same idea that I had, and I couldn't believe it when I saw her video, because I was like, wow, we are literally on the same page. I was literally going to do that exact fold. So, because she's already picked me to the post and it looked amazing, I really liked how she'd done hers, I then went ahead and changed mine slightly. So changed the idea that we both had, and so I've come up with this one. So this is a Bendi Suspended Book fold card. So that's the front of it. Obviously you could do whatever you wanted to. You could have your greeting, your sentiment, whatever, at the back there on another bendy, or you could have like this, or you could have acetate, you could vellum, you could do all sorts. These as well don't have to be card, they could be something else if you wanted them to be. And then on the back you got space for a message, and again you could change that if you wanted to. But yeah, so that's what it looks like, and it folds flat to fit in an envelope for a 6x6. I will be doing the Bendi card that she did, I think she called it a Bendi multi-Bendi card. I will be doing that one as well, because that was exactly the one that I was thinking of. So I will be doing that. I might change it up a little bit, or I might just do exactly the same, because that was the one I was thinking of. I might just do our original idea, because we both had the same idea. I did laugh when I saw it, so I might do that, or I might tweak it, I'm not sure. But anyway, this is the one that I'm going to be showing you today. So hopefully you like it. Let's get into it. Okay, so for this card you need quite a lot of pieces. So you're going to need, and it depends on how you want to do it. So what you need is, obviously if you want to, you can do them with mat, you could do them with paper, you could do them with whatever you want to do. So you're going to need, if you're going to do my way with the base card, 2 pieces that are 6x6, and then you also need 4 pieces that are 5x6. Now I've gone for 2 different colours, just because I thought it might look interesting. So I'm going to have, these are going to be the front bendy piece, and these are going to be the side folded pieces. So it just depends on what you want to do really. Okay, you're also going to need a whole load of pattern pieces. Now I haven't done any mats or layers, so what I'm going to do actually, I think it's what we'll do. We've got patterns but no mats. I think what we'll do is if we fold the base first, and then we'll come to this in a minute. Okay, so we've got 2 6x6 pieces. You're literally going to score them in half at 3 inches on both pieces. And then those are going to get folded in half. Okay, so you should end up with 2 pieces that look like that. So we're going to put those to one side. If you bring in your 4 pieces that are 5x6, now 2 of the pieces you're going to put in so that you're doing it along the longest edge, the 6-inch edge, and you're just going to score ½ an inch on either end. That's one of them done. Then the other 2 pieces that are 5x6, you're going to score on the short edge, and you're going to score at ½ an inch, at 2.5, and at 4.5. And you're going to repeat that on the other one, again on the short edge. So ½ an inch, 2.5, 4.5. So that's those pieces. So that's all your scoring done. So then if you go back to your pieces that you scored ½ an inch either side, you're just going to fold those pieces over. And then you also need to give it a really good crease as well. So just give it a crease not a crease, a bend. You need to give it a good bend, because this is going to be your bendy bit on the front and the back. So you just want to make sure it knows that it needs to bend. Okay, do the same with this one. Okay, so there's our two bendy bits. So I can put those two to one side. If you bring in the other two that we scored the other way around, what you want to do is down the middle, you need to fold them in half. And then you're also going to fold these as mounting as well. Okay, so you end up with two pieces that look like that, and that's your other base pieces done. Right, so now what we're going to do is we need to start sticking our patterns down. So if you bring your two pieces that you started with, the 6x6s, what we're going to do with those is you're just going to take some pattern paper. Now it's up to you how you want to decorate. So obviously on this one, what I did was I'm going to put pattern here, same in here, same on this. So basically all of these edges are all going to have, all these sides are all going to have the same pattern on. But if you want to, you might want to do the same pattern here and at the back, but then different on here. So it's really up to you what you want to do. So you are going to need, in total, you're going to need 8 pieces that are 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. And I'm just going to go ahead now and start sticking these on. So these are going to go here, basically everywhere, here, 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 and the same on this one. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to end up with that. Now that is very patterned, obviously. You don't have to go quite as much as I've gone. Right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to stick these two pieces together. So we need to bring in these. In fact, actually, let's decorate these first and then we'll stick them down. So let's put these to one side and bring these two pieces in. So these, you're going to need 4 pieces, and these are 1 3/4 by 5 3/4. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stick these onto these panels here. Okay, so once you've stuck those down, you should end up with this. So now what you want to do is you want to get some red tape. You can use glue if you want. I think I'm going to go with red tape. And you're just going to put red tape on the sides of your tabs. So both tabs on both pieces. Okay, so once you've done that, you should end up with that. So if you take one of your pieces, fold it in half, so you've got your tabs there, and obviously you've got your tabs there. And what you're going to do is if you peel the backing off your tape, but just don't peel it all the way, just peel it part of the way. Take one of your folded pieces, and what you're going to do is you're going to put this on so that this cut edge here lines up with the folded edge. So you see how that's folded, and this is folded the opposite way. So we're going to put this on like this, and we're just going to stick this down so that edge marries up with that folded edge, and stick that down. You need to make sure you are using strong tape or glue, otherwise this will come apart. So then what we're going to do is we're going to take the backing off of this side, and again I would only do part of it, I wouldn't do the whole thing, like that. Then we're going to take the other one, and again we're going to make sure that the folded edge is up against this side here. Okay, so you end up with this, which looks a bit weird, but that's perfectly fine, that's how it's supposed to be. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to open this up. So we're actually going to, what we're going to do is actually, if you So this bit here, if you swizz that off to one side like that, and then take this one, and the same thing again. So this cut edge is going up against these folded edges. So I'm just going to take a little bit off like this. I'm going to marry that, line that up there, and then stick that down and just pull this over like that. And then for this one, the easiest way is just to take off the whole thing. So I'm just going to take off the whole lot of backing, and then I'm going to take this bit here and just open it up onto it. So when you open it up with that, like that, okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick our front piece on. So this is our front piece. This is going to go on the front here. So we just need to add some red tape onto these. Now, if you want to cut a aperture in the front, now is the time to do it. Okay, so I'm going to use this bit as my back piece. So I'm just going to choose my back. I think I will go with, it doesn't really matter, this one's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel the tape off one side, and I'm going to stick it down, making sure you've got an even border around the outside. Okay, so that's what you end up with there. So then what you want to do is go ahead and do the same on the front. So this is my back. Oh, actually, while I'm on the back, actually, let me do the back piece as well. So you're also going to need either a plain white piece or a either a plain white piece or a pale pattern piece. So I've gone for a pale pattern piece here. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp a greeting first, and then I'm going to stick this down. So I'll come back to you in a moment. Okay, so I've gone ahead and stamped my greeting, so I'm just going to stick that on the back there. Okay, so that's the greeting bit done on the back. So now I need to do the bit on the front. Now I'm going to take this and I'm actually going to cut an aperture in the front of it. Okay, so I want to have a border around the outside of my circle. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got a pattern piece that's going on the front of this piece, so what I'm going to do is, this is actually going to have a big circle cut out of it. And then what I would do is I will lay it on and I will put this into place and then cut that out of the lower bit. So then you end up with a pink border on the inside of your circle. So I'm going to go and do that now. Okay, so I've cut the larger circle out of the pattern and the smaller circle out of the base card. So now if I lay this one on top of there, I get a really nice border in the middle. So what I want to do is I'm going to put my greeting on there. Okay, so I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. So what I've done is I've just gone ahead and stuck the pattern piece onto the front there. I also cut myself an acetate strip, which is about 3/4 of an inch by maybe about 4.5. So I'm just going to stick that onto the back. Okay, so I'm going to take the acetate strip, I'm just going to put it on the back like that, and then just put red tape on the strip itself. And by laying it on the back, I can actually see where I need to stick it. And all I need to do is peel the backing off and just turn it over. So you should end up with that. So if I turn that over, I've got an acetate strip in the middle there. So then I can go ahead and just stick my "It's Time to Celebrate" on the back. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to end up with that. So if you want to, because it might have flattened a little bit, just give it an extra little curl, just so it knows it needs to bend. And then we're just going to take the backing off these pieces again. I'm going to do one side first, then the other. So I'm just going to lay that down. Okay, so you end up with this. So then you just pop it out, and then the only thing left to do, because obviously you've got that inside seam, is just to stick a strip over that seam, and you can also stick it on this side as well if you want to. Obviously it's going to be bendy like this, you're going to bend it out, but you can stick something over that if you want to, if that offends you. I think I might stick something over it, but I don't want to hinder the action of it. So that's what it looks like from the front, so I might actually leave it. If you use all same coloured card, you're not really going to notice it, so I think I'm probably going to leave it. Actually, it's not too bad. So yeah, so that's your card. That's the back of it. There's the front, there's the sides, there's the back. If you wanted to, you could put more decoration in the middle. You could have some maybe borders and things there. You could do whatever you want really. But yeah, so that's the card anyway. It folds flat, because if you to fold it flat, you just literally just fold it flat like that, and it fits in an envelope for a 6x6 card. So that is it. So yeah, so I hope you liked it today. Please like, subscribe, comment, and hit the notification bell, and I will see you next time.